All right, severe weather outbreak as we go through this afternoon and tonight. It's going to be occurring in the very heavily populated areas from the Mid-South toward the Midwest. Now, the big impact or the most active time frame is going to be during the afternoon and evening. I think this is a widespread damaging wind event, but I do believe there will be tornadoes on the ground. I think we're at least going to see a dozen tornadoes on the ground out of this event. Now, here's what's going on. Let me show you the water vapor loop. All of the ingredients coming together. First of all, here's your upper level low. And what happened is you're getting the surge of warmth along the southeastern side of the upper low. And along the leading edge of that warm air, we had showers and thunderstorms this morning. Now you can see that on the water vapor loop. Look at all the moisture. That is now moving to the northeast. And note what's going on behind that surge of warmth. Drier air is coming into place. All right, so you're starting to break the clouds. The sun's coming out, and now the warmth continues to build, and you're destabilizing the atmosphere, and then you're going to bring this upper low into the plains, and then thunderstorms are really going to take off. Now, we'll have to keep an eye on thunderstorms early across Kansas and Missouri, but I really think it's not going to be until about 2, 3 o'clock, and there's going to be two areas, two separate modes of severe weather. You're going to get the southern mode here from Arkansas, Tennessee, into Kentucky, and then you're going to get the northern mode across Iowa. I'm going to stop this at about 5 o'clock. There it is. Now, I think you're going to be looking at isolated tornadoes within this southern mode throughout the history of this event right through tonight. The northern mode, I think early on, is where you're going to probably see the greatest threat for tornadoes. That's going to be across Iowa and northern parts of Illinois and southern Wisconsin. Then watch what happens as we go through tonight. This then becomes a damaging squall line where it's mostly damaging winds. Now, having said that, within this line, there can still be isolated tornadoes. You'll notice the southern mode, the thunderstorms aren't as organized, but you're still getting these individual cells, what we call discrete cells, so they can still have isolated tornadoes as well. But I think this is the squall line that's going to produce most of the widespread damage. Watch that race east, about 8 o'clock in Chicago. And then as we head toward 11 o'clock, it approaches Detroit. That area extends all the way down into Kentucky. And notice you still have these isolated thunderstorms from northern Mississippi all the way in toward Tennessee and Kentucky. And then that squall line races east into the northeast. That's why, because of those two modes or two separate areas of severe weather, it's a large area that's under the gun here for severe weather here. The red is where you're looking at widespread damaging thunderstorms or severe thunderstorms. The orange is where the severe thunderstorms are more numerous. The yellow is where they're isolated. I think all forms of severe weather are going to occur, but I think the biggest threat and the most widespread impact is going to be the damaging winds, 70, 80 mile per hour gusts. We have an AccuWeather local storm max of 100 miles per hour. There will be tornadoes on the ground. I'm thinking that we're at least going to see a dozen or so. And everything, keep in mind, these thunderstorms, especially the northern mode, these thunderstorms will be moving very quickly, between about 40 and 50 miles per hour. So keep that in mind. And the best place to be is at home. Make sure you get all the warnings and make sure you have a safe place to go. Stay with us. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos here and be sure to subscribe for new content and the latest weather news from AccuWeather.